welcome back to Lima K Productions. Today I will be playing as Joe Lieberman, suggested by Derek Bennett. Joe Lieberman, probably most well known for being Al Gore's running mate in the 2000 U.S. presidential election. He was a Democrat there, but he switched to an independent later in life. He's a longtime senator from Connecticut. He died like over a year ago now, like a year and a half ago now. Yeah, let me look it up. He died March 27th, so yeah, he's a pretty big figure, like big figure in American political history. Not big like Washington, who just joined or something, but certainly a notable politician. And that's who I'll be playing as. Unfortunately, though, he's also not a good like. He's also not really a good candidate. He's got a 20% town and gown, 15% export, 10% African American, small 25% labor bonus, negative 20% oil, negative 25% Old South, negative 20% big conservative, and negative 25% evangelical. I really thought he'd have a gun lobby penalty. Honestly, I thought he would. But either way, just gonna go with standard Old South strategy, try and play through like swing state, whatnot. Hey, the crazy evangelical gun lobby, Greg Abbott combo. I forgot to look at Washington's stats, so we'll look at it this turn. But yeah, George Washington, pretty strong candidate. You all know his stats, though. You've seen him before. He has a 15% oil with Greg Abbott, and then 20% evangelical and gun lobby boosts to make it 60%. And that does get you 100K in raw cash in additional money per turn. So very strong, but it does come with a state group cost. And he's gonna chase me hard. So that's not gonna be fun. Thankfully, I have some pivots to be made. If you hear any noise, I'm very sorry about that. There's some stuff going on outside, but it's okay. Stuff has to get done, and you can't just stop. You can't. I mean, you can't just stop doing stuff because I'm filming a YouTube video. So expanding into Arizona, Maryland, and we'll see what he does here. I have a feeling he just goes full like pressure, like Pippin to every single state. Zero spend. Really? That's surprising. He's good chance he goes California, Texas here. I think good chance of that. There's definitely a good chance of that. I'd say. Gonna enter into Michigan, South Carolina, and try and expand. If he doesn't go, this allows me a chance to get African American next turn. Is that the yeah? That's the famous California, Texas push. Really thought he'd try and chase me in some of my states first. Don't get me wrong, I'm pleased he didn't do that, but this is not what I expected. Because I've played this guy before on this channel even. But I haven't in a while, so I don't remember his playstyle. There's a way. I should be getting African American, which, yeah, he does have a slight bonus. And yeah, Joe Lieberman, not the strongest candidate, but I'm glad we added him in eventually. He's, you know, a notable figure in U.S. history, political history, especially recent times. Not notable, like, but still some notable people that they should add. They've been a lot better with that lately, though. Like, they added all the U.S. presidents. They added Malcolm X and others. Like, we've even added Malcolm X, right? That's which he's a pretty important figure that they finally added. Who else? They've been adding a lot of recent ones lately, like Pam Bondi, Caroline Levitt, Rishi Torres, Zoran Mamdani, who was played on this channel already. Pretty cool stuff. Zoran Mamdani, who's weirdly like despised. I understand that you might not agree with his policies, but like people are acting like he's gonna like destroy the United States when he's not even mayor of New York yet. Is he gonna win? I think there's probably a good chance he wins, but like he's not even the mayor yet, and people are freaking out. Like that's very interesting. He's very interesting. I'm not gonna delve into it too much further, but anyways. Mamdani is very different from what Joe Lieberman was. More of like a centrist, moderate Democrat. Okay, very extreme pressure. There it is. It's you always know it's coming. Pennsylvania, Virginia, I'll lock. I'm not gonna try and get export. I was gonna try and get export there, but I don't think it's priority right now. I'm gonna do some like just a little bit of saving. Gonna go up in a few states just to really ensure that my bonuses are safe. He can, yeah, I maxed out Louisiana. He's probably gonna go Louisiana. Well, Illinois, I think, would be a max out. A lot of money spent there. Yeah, he took Illinois. Didn't do much else. He tried Pennsylvania, and he tried Louisiana. Okay. Now, one thing I don't do that I could do if you guys ask for it is I don't look at a turn recap because I find it takes too long, and it makes the videos longer. But if you guys want to do that, I'm totally fine with waiting for a turn recap and stuff. You know, like if anyone who's a fan of this channel to me, I'm more than willing to take their input. But yeah, like especially like even with a 3 minute timer, it does the time adds up, and I don't want the videos to be like too long. Like I don't think anyone wants to listen to me talk for that long. Right? But okay, so I'm gonna pressure it. Should I pressure Texas? I'll pressure Texas. I mean, there's not much I can really do in Texas, but I'll pressure it. I need to put some fear into him. Part of 270 is, funnily enough, just putting fear into people. Yeah. Like, make people scared of what you're going to do to them in the States. Which, out of context, sounds very bad. But, that's what you gotta do. Yeah, good move by me in Pennsylvania. I mean, I had to protect either Pennsylvania or Michigan. Because if he got both, he's got a very easy path to high tech. Even though Lieberman's neutral and high tech, that's 100k. Like Washington's neutral too, but I thought 100k in bonus money, even if he just takes it away from me for one turn, could be like a decisive factor in this game. So critical to defend that. Okay, now do I want a ballot? I need to think. Do I want a ballot or do I just not want a ballot? Honestly, I like my position more than his. Totally honest here. Protect New Hampshire again. I'm gonna expand. Put some money into some of these states he's in. Getting a lot of oil states, but I'm gonna try and challenge him in some of those oil states. Getting ready for the ballot, saving some money. Oregon max out. Oh no, Washington max out. That makes a little bit more sense. Alright. Connecticut may be crazy. I want Connecticut though. Connecticut's a very important state. Massachusetts too. I want to keep high tech. Alabama is probably a state he really wants. And one pip entrances into like some of these remaining states. Should I see if I can snipe one of his states? Like I wouldn't mind grabbing Colorado. That's pretty cost-effective tangential rolls. Nevada even though I'm gonna have to defend Georgia. I don't have to, but at this point in the game, EVs are big deals. So Connecticut is mine. I have a feeling he'll defend California a fair amount, and that's going to be to my favor for sure. Okay, so I made pretty good swipes. Colorado. Okay, clashes in Nebraska, Kansas, Montana, Idaho. Sometimes it's tough to figure out like how many pips you put into each state, but. And I'm going to use my pure cash. This is a very risky move, but I'm going to max out some of the states that he has his bonus money in to weaken his bonus money. This is, of course, a risky move, but I think at this point, stealing a lot of those states from him would be much in my favor. Well, he didn't go at all in California. That's brave. A lot of money in Texas, but none in California. Thing is, if I steal Kentucky, Tennessee, Alaska, that's 22 votes in my favor, which is critical. He blocked Nebraska. I don't like that. He still isn't in most of my states, but that's fine. Nevada, and use swing states. Then I'm going to max out Nevada and North Dakota. And then, how much do I want to go into? Do I want to go one, or do I want to go two again? Honestly, I might go two again. And then put everything in these states I have one by one more, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, forgot New Jersey. That's okay. New Jersey could go next turn. But yeah, so far this has been a pretty entertaining game with Joe Lieberman. He blocked North Dakota, that's fine. North Dakota's not a critical state here. Okay, he stole New Jersey. Minnesota defense. I'm not going to be able to do anything in Wisconsin. New Jersey swipe attempt. Montana swipe attempt. Gonna try and block Kansas. Gonna go up in West Virginia. And just a slight swipe attempt in Oregon. Seeing kind of if he's paying attention. I'll spend the rest of my bonus money. I don't really need to. But I just do it because it looks more appealing to me. And there we go. So, I should. Is it mathematically possible for him to win this? I don't believe it is, because I have 2 pips in a bunch of those states. Yeah, wait. And we'll look at the final ballot turn, actually. Minnesota defense, good. Mississippi defense, very strong. Not clash, but a very strong defense. Montana flip, good. Jersey, yeah. That's it for sure. For New Jersey swipe. Blocked Oregon, that's okay. Maxed out South Dakota. Was that meant for North Dakota? And then West Virginia swipe. Alright, and that'll be game. Joe Lieberman beats George Washington in this scenario. Thanks. So yeah, that should be it for this video. I am very sorry for not uploading in a while. I'll get back to uploading. I've been very busy past little while. So yeah. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you Derek Bennett for suggesting Joe Lieberman. I've got some more suggestions to work on, but if you have any more, put them in the comments below and I'll put them on the list within reason. I reserve the right to play as whoever I want. So thanks everyone. Bye bye.